let him know. Hopefully, we're gonna start real soon.
All
Ladies and
right.
gentlemen, Digshake
I believe
running
I'm
Demon
live.
Sword.
So, hello everybody. We'll go ahead and get this run started here in 3, 2. Oh wait, hang on. Sorry. Hold on. Let me capture card catch up. All right, cool. Sorry about the false start there. We'll go ahead and get this run started in 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to Demon Sword. This is a little-known port of the 2009 hit Demon Souls. Actually, in all seriousness, this is a sequel to an NES game called The Legend of Cage. And the first thing you'll notice, of course, is that the jump mechanics are just completely ridiculous. You can jump extremely high. And so, you know, that actually factors in very much to the routing of this game because there are some jumps that are kind of tight to make, but you can jump just high enough to make them. I'll try and point those out as I go through. But for the most part, I'm going to be holding right and trying to run through these stages as fast as possible. And we're almost to the end of this stage with our first boss, which is a little samurai knight. And so the strategy is to actually hold onto the tree here and spam him with the shurikens as fast as possible. That's one of the interesting things about Demon Sword is despite the name, the shurikens are actually more powerful than the sword throughout most of the game. There are a few exceptions. So here's stage 2, and on this stage, unfortunately, you're going to see that I have to do a little bit of farming. In order to effectively beat the bosses in later stages, I need to power up my shurikens. I just mentioned how they are more powerful than the sword. And so in order to power up the shurikens, I need to find the shuriken power-ups which are behind these locked doors. And so this is my first farming spot where I need to start finding keys. And unfortunately that means killing these enemies, and wow, that's actually very good RNG to get a key that quickly, so that's fantastic. The way the RNG works is that every other enemy you kill gives you a 50% chance to drop an item, but you don't really know what item you're going to get. It's very much random. So for me to get a key that fast was very good. I'm now going to farm for more keys and also some health. The black orbs will extend my life bar, which you can see down there in the bottom part of the screen. The power-up that I just picked up is invincibility, which is going to do me a lot of good with this boss. I'll be able to kill him very quickly. We call this boss George Washington because he sort of has the George Washington hairdo. Normally very difficult. You know, I would have died 10 times by now, but with the invincibility power-up, he becomes very trivial, very quickly. Can kill him. And so I skipped a cutscene there. That would have shown you finding the next piece of the sword, but of course those cutscenes are slow, so I'm not going to watch them. But now I'm farming for more keys. There's another shuriken power-up actually right by the start, and wow, I am getting very good luck today. Oh, I want those red orbs too. Those red orbs will actually refill my health if I run out of health. So I do want to at least have a few of those red orbs. It's very unlikely that I'll be able to... Oh, see, I ended up using it already. That red orb is already gone. It's very unlikely that I'll make it through the whole game without needing some of those red orbs, so I might need to farm for more of those at a later point. Now, unlike the first two stages, this is actually a vertical stage, so you see I'm actually climbing up as fast as possible, and this is where the jumping mechanics come to your advantage. And we're almost to the next boss. And this boss we like to call the Pope, because he looks very Pope-like. Very easy to kill. This is one of the easiest bosses in the game. The only thing that can hurt you are the little circles that he fires out of his little Pope wand there, so there's really no danger at all with fighting that boss. And so now we're on to the next stage, and I do need another key. That's sort of becoming the reoccurring theme, although I've been getting just some ridiculous RNG so far. Let's see if that pattern holds up. Usually the farming is what kills a run. It's very easy to get a good time in this game. It's trying to get like a world record caliber time in this game is like winning the lottery because of the key RNG that you need to farm. And you can see this is more typical of what a farming session would look like. Severe lack of keys, but I can't can't really underemphasize how important it is to get those keys, to get those shuriken power-ups. The later bosses will take forever, so if you think this takes a long time, trying to beat the final bosses of the game without the shuriken power-ups is even longer. It really is. And so there's my key. We can now continue on. The nice thing is I did pick up some health pickups, and I also picked up a speed pickup as well, so it makes the ninja move a lot faster. You can see it's it's a little disorienting actually, because you're not used to getting those speed pickups, and the route through the levels is totally different with and without the speed pickups. And on this level in particular, I'm not super used to having the speed pickup because it's sort of an awkward level even without the speed pickup. I'm going to do a little bit more farming here before the next boss to see if I can get another key. I've almost got enough keys. I still need 2 more before I can beat this game. So I am going to try to farm for a little bit more, and if I get some more health or invincibility, that'll be useful for me as well. Let's see. Oh, I didn't actually want that, did I? I didn't pick it up. Good. I don't want the black orbs. There's another key. Alright, let's go ahead and kill the next boss, now that I have another key. So this next boss is Satan himself. So if you're mad that... Oh, shoot. I took some damage there. That wasn't intentional, of course. If you're mad that I killed the Pope, we'll go ahead and take out the Devil too while we're at it. And he's also pretty easy. As long as you stay on the ground, he really can't do much damage to you. But as soon as you jump, that's when you become most vulnerable with this guy. So you'll see that when I do jump, I do try to stay pretty low to the ground because he does do a significant amount of damage. Alright. So we got 3 stages left. This is another vertical stage. I've already got a key, so I can just go ahead and continue on to the next shuriken power-up here. We're also coming up to the most difficult jump in the whole game. It might take me a couple tries. We'll see. See how it goes. Here's my next shuriken power-up. And here it is, right here. Oh, wait. No, it's this one right here. And I got it first try. I know that jump didn't look any different than normal, but it's a very, very tight jump to hit. They expect you to kind of jump in that little alcove there and then jump up, but it's faster if you can just do it normally, but it's a very, very tight jump to get first try. Often you'll see it take players 2 tries to get that one. And so this is going to be my last little farming session, hopefully, up at the top here. Oh, there's a key, but I scrolled it off screen, so I'm not going to be able to get that one. Hopefully this will be my last farming session. We'll see. I might have to do one more on the next level. So I'm hoping to get one more key and a little bit more health, and then I'm also hoping to get, hopefully, an invincibility power-up for this next boss, who can be pretty challenging. So let's see how this farming session goes for me. I did get a little bit of health, which is nice. Some more health would be okay with me. There's my invincibility power-up, so let's go for it. This is George Washington's older brother. Little known fact. He has an older brother named Randall. So, much like the original George Washington, very slow to kill without this power-up. Very, very slow to kill without this power-up. But with the invincibility power-up, actually, not too hard to kill at all. I didn't get my last key, so I do need to farm a little bit at the beginning of this level to get my last key for my last shuriken power-up. So, this will, in fact, be my last farming session of the game. Oh, wow, and look at all this health. This is fantastic. For world record attempts, you're not as concerned about health. You're just trying to go. But for a marathon safe attempt, you definitely don't mind having extra health. And there's my key. So we're now good to go. This level is probably my least favorite. It's very annoying. You have to climb up these stairs, and with the jump mechanics and the stairs combined, it's just kind of an awkward level. You can also fall through the floors if you're not careful, and then you have to climb back up the stairs again. So it's just really sort of an awkward level all around. You see I already screwed up that little staircase right there. And I screwed up that staircase too. Yeah. So we just have this level and one more level remaining. Let's see if I can hit the rest of these staircases. That one was perfect. That one was not so good. Oops. There's one more floor. The boss of this particular level is actually waiting for you on the roof. I don't know why that boss decides to wait on the roof, but that's just the agreed upon place to do the boss fight. So that's where we're going, and there's one more flight of stairs. this is actually probably the hardest one of them all, and so of course I nailed that one. I screwed up all the easy staircases and got the hardest one. I'm gonna grab that health just to be extra safe. There's more keys. And this last boss can be very annoying. You see it's got a force field, and that force field is pure RNG. There's nothing you can do about it, but this is about as good as you can hope for, is to get it up against the edge of the screen so that you can spam your shurikens even faster. Using the sword on this boss is just completely worthless. It's not going to work at all. So your best bet is to, yeah, do it like that. That was actually a pretty good boss fight. And here we are, one final cutscene, and this is the final stage. So the most annoying enemies of the game are on this stage. Those guys right there, that guy I just killed with the bow and arrows, they do a huge chunk of damage. In fact, there I took a shot from one of them. They do an entire box worth of damage. So you really want to stay away from those guys. You can see I'm just spamming my sword and my shurikens the whole time. The layout of this level is like a backwards S, so I'm sort of moving from right to left, and then I'll drop down one more floor and keep going until I get to the final boss here. I'm doing alright on life. It's not ideal, but I should be alright with health. Let's see. Oh! I missed my exit there. That's great. Oh! Took a shot. That's alright. You see, I still have 2 red orbs left, so I can still refill my health bar one more time. I did accidentally take a black orb. I don't like taking those black orbs, because they make you burn through your health refills even faster, but it's not so bad. I will do one final... I know I said I was done farming. I am going to farm for one final power-up here at the very end. What I'm looking for is a dart wheel, which is it'll let me throw darts in all directions. And of course, all I'm going to get now is keys, now that I don't need keys anymore. Keys are totally worthless at this point in the game. There's another one, great. Health is good. I like health. I want a dart wheel. A dart wheel will allow me to throw my shurikens in all directions, which is very useful on this final boss. I'm not going to get that one. I would also take an invincibility power-up. That's kind of the second best thing that I can hope for. Of course, it's just going to give me health and keys. I'm actually really good on health. I'm not worried about health at all now. I just need one final power-up, please. Come on, game. Help me out. More health. The game thinks I want health. There's an invincibility power-up. That's going to have to do... That's not the ideal power-up for speed, but for safety, it's not too bad. This boss is really annoying because as soon as you hit him, he randomly appears somewhere else. So you don't know where he's going to show up, although I am getting a fantastic pattern from this guy so far. My invincibility is probably almost up. I'm also doing really good on this guy, though, so... Come on. Yeah, my invincibility's up. Ooh, he almost got me there. So just a few more hits on this guy, and we'll wrap this up. There it is! And time will be when the screen goes black. Alright, that's time. So we see our giant demon sword gets thrown into the eye of the demon here, and this demon will explode. Very exciting, I know. And then our hero rescues the damsel in distress and is gonna ride off into the sunset on his horse. So that was Demon Sword. It's a great little game if you're interested in picking it up. The route is very easy to learn. The combat, the boss fights are the hard part. But the route is actually not that bad to learn, even with the funky jump mechanics. So yeah, thanks Best NES for having me, and thanks to all the restreamers for helping me get all this stuff set up.